welcome back to the channel. It's your boy T-Rav. I'm here once again. More location talk, obviously. And today we have a first. We got our first interview, people, with the main man, Mr. TOLLWAY TRILL. And of course, my co-host, Romy Rome.
Let's go, man. TOLLWAY, man. Finally got him here, man.
So, let's go ahead and hop right in. So what really inspired you to just start rapping and, become a full-time music artist?
Really just coming up watching the rappers do what they do. They always been like another father figure to the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And being that I was a street figure, that's who touched me first. Not having a father figure to grow up on, so it was rap that caught me first. So that's what made me really become a rapper.
I mean, that's very common because they're role models for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So like, is there a certain artist that stands out like coming up that took on a personal role in your life, or is it just like somebody from the far that you admired, like that kind of influenced you?
Master P was one of them.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Boss.
As a kid, I watched Master P do his thing. I watched Snoop Dogg, develop his career.
Right.
And those were high chapters in my life. Just see them coming from where they come from to being who they are now today, staying relevant. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to Master P and Snoop Dogg. They really took the game for me with that.
Yeah. So Snoop is probably that artist you. What's the artist you kind of grew up like? That you can still. That's that person I was jamming all the fucking time.
It was definitely. Between Master P and Snoop.
That's hard.
That's hard. That's hard. It's tough because you got Tupac right there too. But I might have to go with Snoop Dogg, man.
Snoop Dogg, yeah, man. He was before my time, and I jammed him like a motherfucker. So I understand that.
Yeah.
So not only artists from the South have influenced you, but the West Coast sound.
The West. I grew up on the West first.
West, what state? Like
West. I'm from Texas, but back in the day, you wasn't that many artists.
Right.
In the South. You know what I'm saying?
So you grew up on the West music, is what you're saying?
Grew up on the West music.
Okay.
West music caught me first, and then you had Pimp C, UGK doing their thing, and then you had Outkast with right along before them. You had Scarface, Scarface and Willie D. You know what I'm saying? And Bushwick Bill doing their thing, rap a lot.
Ghetto Boys, yeah.
So the Ghetto Boys, so. But I was more into West Coast music at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Cube, like you fuck with Ice
Cube. I was heavy. It was heavy with the West.
Yeah, the West they elevated the game.
Yeah, they like some of the main pioneers, the forefathers of the West Coast music, were the people I kind of took to when I was coming up. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I took to every genre of music, man. I wasn't just set on just one. I love music. I was in gospel music and stuff like that. So I just love music, period, from East Coast to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I had my choices who I listen to.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? But other than that, my main focus was the West because they had so much pushing through the South.
Yeah. Mainstream and shit. That gangster rap, like that G-Funk sound.
Yeah.
That chronic, that shit,
Yeah, that shit.
It's all fired.
Yeah, that shit's another level music right there. That G-Funk was right.
That mesh with the South too, like the South fuck,
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so besides, so we kind of have a feel for what has kind of influenced your sound, and you're from the East Texas area.
Yeah.
So, what in your mind makes the South and their music sound so unique compared to everybody else? Because it was a lot of controversy when the South was really first starting to break through in hip hop music. Yeah. And people didn't know how to really take it or why it sounded so different. What makes it so unique in your mind?
A lot of Southern people were coming from the church. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists, some may not say they started in the church. Some of them had their uncles that were blues singers, their fathers that was musicians. You know what I'm saying? Their mothers were directors in the church. So, that inspired a lot. The church did, and then artists kind of took off. Once you get a certain age in the South, you really stop going to church, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no.
You know what I mean?
You grow up in it all the way,
but
but then at a certain point,
you hit them streets.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know, and I think that's what gave them the southern music flow, the harmonizing, the way we sing, the way we put that pitch out from high to low to mid to deep. You know what I'm saying? And we do it so gracefully. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like so. Your name Trill, that's that Trill term, that's a southern term, you know, rap. So you know it came from UGK and all that, but like how did that, you know, I know you had a couple name changes and everything on your career, so explain that, like how that came about, like your name and like Trill, what that word means to you, like the origin.
Trill, man, represent, man, you know, just being loyal, you know, taking care of your loved ones, you know what I'm saying, handling your business first and foremost, you know what I'm saying. Don't bend, don't fold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what Trill means to me, and it's a Texas thing. Yeah. Just like I'm Body was a New Orleans type thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Texas, so I'm gonna represent for the Trill. You know what I'm saying? So I represent all those types of things, those categories that I just named you. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal. I take care of my loved ones. I ain't gonna stab my nigga in his back. I ain't gonna go fuck on his bitch. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Right. A Trill nigga ain't gonna go do no shit like that. You know what I mean? We got morals the way we move. You know what I'm saying? We only gonna move certain ways. Each and every one of us move a certain way. You know, from Webby to Pimp C to Bun, on to the outsiders that you don't see behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Right. But that's what Trill means to me. You know what I mean? And it's a music note for those that may not know that.
Okay, well, there you go.
Wait, Trill, it's a music note?
Yeah, it's a trumpet. Like it's like.
Like what? Like
you know when they play the trumpet with a certain a
certain inflection.
So they call it Trill. They call it Trill.
Yeah, it's actually a music sound.
Damn. So I don't know the origin of that word. So is UGK the reason for that word? Like Trill. Like I know
Pimp C, you know, was a creator of Trill. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it was probably something that they had in the streets of Port Arthur. Okay, you know, Pimp C was from a small place. Yeah. You know, just like I was. I'm from a small country town. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Where like just like Pimp C and them grew up. They grew up going over town, whooping niggas, taking over shit, you know, running the streets, doing what he gotta do, putting his name down. I did the same type of mark. You know, that's why I'm real respected where no matter where I go. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have an army or a group of people when I go perform. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, I was born in this world by myself. So, you know what I mean? I hit that stage and and rock 1 million people by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All I need is the ones I need around me.
Yeah, no, that's important. Like being independent and confident in yourself and your sound, but also obviously having a small group, but the right people in that group is real important. Because you see a lot of artists that just, they get around the wrong people who is probably in it for a meal ticket, to be quite honest, and just leads them down the wrong path. They could have tremendous success, but it could be that one bad apple in the group that pulls everything down. So
I mean, so like you came up in Paris, but you came here and you kind of reinvented yourself. So you got this newfound respect. So like, what was that process like? You know, coming from East Texas, a country boy around these city boys with all this, you know, all these niggas here already doing their thing in the street. So
man, you know, man. Me, man, I'm going to say this, man, and this is as real as I can give it to you. I always grew up a street cat. Okay. I always grew up, man, I was coming to Dallas. I went to school in Dallas back in the day, just for like a year. My mom and dad divorced. She moved to the jungle. I moved to South Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I went to John W. Carpenter School. You know what I mean? And where I went, just being real recognized real anywhere you go, bro. You know, I'm just gonna give that to you, man. I've been a lot of places, a lot of hoods, a lot of towns, a lot of cities, and no matter where you go, if you real, they're gonna recognize it on you. They're gonna see it on you. So, me being from the country, coming here, I always been the type of dude. I'm very versatile. I blend in good. But I always be myself. I always come like I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what makes me real, and you can't do them respect that, man.
Oh
you
know
what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's hard to find that shit these days.
Yeah, you get the dummies, but you know, I don't have them type of problems though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So just go ahead and take us back. Like, how long have you been rapping? For instance?
Basically, I've been rapping, man, since school, man. You know, we was rapping the hallways. You know, we was rapping the hallway, rapping the cars, rapping the parties. I've been rapping,
Right.
man. I mean, you know, good 16, 17 years, man. You know.
Wow, that's
I mean,
impressive.
You know, basically, I mean, I could basically say all my life. You know what I'm saying? When I took it serious, it was maybe about 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Taking it seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. So like you feel like okay, you came and you've been rapping all this time, so you feel like now it's like, are you in a more elevated, you know what I'm saying, space as an artist now than you was before? Like, do you feel like you matured as an artist? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you hear your past songs and be like, oh, you know, I got way better than them? Or you hear it and you be like, I don't know, I lost a step. Like, what is it that do you say to yourself when you hear your songs from the past?
I always compete. I don't compete with nobody.
Okay.
I compete with myself.
Right.
You know, being self competitive, it makes you better. So when I sit back and I listen to my old songs, I'll be like, dang, man, that energy.
Okay, yeah.
That drive, that goal. I don't ever. What I was saying was dope, was hard for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that energy, that drive, sometimes you gotta go back to where you started.
Right.
And bring it to where you are now. So I need that drive. I need that energy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And my music is developed. Like, I can hear that I've grown, like, in quality.
Okay.
You know, I'm like I say, Master P is one of my role models. So where I'm from, we don't have no studios. We don't have no microphones. None of that, man. You know, it's church, and you go to church and you sing choir, but we ain't got no place to go record. We ain't got no studios. I mean, come on. I gotta come to the city. I had to. Yeah. So I had to go run and find it. So me being that I wanted to be more than just an artist, it was always more than an artist for me. It was more me being a CEO, a businessman. I want to open doors for other young artists from where I'm from, in the country, in the city, and other parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some places in the other world, they don't have no studios.
No,
I come from a place where we didn't have no studios. In the city, they locked in everything. If I grew up in the city and was born and raised, I might be dead and gone or locked up. But at the same time, I got all this opportunity. Access. You know what I'm saying? Access I can go grab. Can't grab in the country. You know what I'm saying?
Like, speaking of locked up though, you know what I'm saying? What's a moment you can point to where it's like, okay, this could stop me from being here right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, because telling your story could help somebody else that been through that and still see that, hey, it's more life to live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want to know, like, you know, a situation where it got kind of sticky. You know?
Yeah.
And you want to share about things.
Man, I was young, man. Fresh out of school, I want to play ball. You know what I'm saying? I had 3 things I was good at. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, when you're young, I had pits. I had pit bulldogs. I was raised in pits. I was good at football, cold on the field, and then I could rap. So I had goals set for myself. Ran into some situations, bam, shit got real sticky. Stopped my life. I had to pause up for a second. But and it took me down mentally, beat me down mentally, you know what I'm saying? But I was such a strong individual from my roots and from my heritage, my people, where I come from, you know what I'm saying? It always kept me focused on faith. You know what I'm saying? I kept the faith side of the mustard seed. When you some cats go out here and bump their own fucking head. Yeah. Me, I didn't bump my head. You know what I'm saying? I just ran into a dummy. You know what I'm saying?
You ran into a dummy?
I ran into a dummy.
Who?
Like, so put you in a bad spot.
Yeah, put me in a bad spot. Okay, we'll go in deeper details on another time. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's time for that because it needs to come out to the light. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's no regrets of what I went through in that situation. When you knowing that you A1 and you good and you don't get down like that, hey man, God got a better plan for you.
It made you stronger, huh?
It definitely made me stronger. Smarter. It made me who I am. It made me smarter. It made me move a whole lot different. You know what I'm saying? On basically on certain choices of just being a man and a youngster in these streets, running and gunning and fucking on hoes and doing all kinds of crazy fuck shit that you shouldn't even be doing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really focus on getting your bag up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Getting your thoughts up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
So,
yeah, I got out of that situation. 6 years fault. But I got on that. We gonna chop on that, so we go down the road of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah. You see me smiling, man.
No,
man,
I got you.
I want to go into it, but I ain't gonna go into it.
We'll leave them a little something for later.
But yeah, man, what I do is I do this rap because there was my kinfolk and my partner. We all family, man. We like cousins. All of us like cousins. There's 3 of us, and they don't have the opportunity that I have. You know what I'm saying? So me doing what I'm doing, this always been my goal, to get right, to get papered up in this rap game, and I can go on and cleanse them boys. You know what I'm saying? And get them boys right, because they don't deserve that type of shit.
Take them off the streets, huh?
Yeah, take them off the streets, because I had a group of cats that we grew up, we always had goals and dreams, living in mansions, riding big cars, you know what I'm saying? Having all the beautiful women, man, you know what I'm saying, that we want. Those type of things, you know what I'm saying? But things happen, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had to take another route, you know what I mean? But music, that was something that it made me draw more to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It made me get closer to the music. You know what I'm saying? And then, to be honest, when shit like that happen with youngsters, we go deeper into the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, dive further in.
We dive further in, because we like, damn, we trying to get something down here in these trenches so we can bring up out to get up out this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
man,
that shit always sticky like honey. You hear me?
Well, it's good that you're going about it this way, and you're trying to, give back in a way where you can show the younger cats how it's done in a way where you don't have to go through these certain roadblocks and hit these certain obstacles, because you've been through certain things like that before. Because it's hard when you don't have somebody that's right there. You can look at people on TV all day, but unless you have someone to speak to that can really let you know, then you're bound to hit those.
Yeah, you gonna hit rock bottom, man. You gonna hit rock bottom. You running with crowds, man. And I wasn't running with no bad crowd. We grew up in a sandbox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so we wasn't no bad crowd. I love them, man. We just all in different lanes at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But I want to fix us. You know what I'm saying? But them youngsters, man, nowadays they crash and they fall, and it's a little different. You know what I mean? I had a different type of passion, man. I want to get out. You know what I mean? Like some cats here in the city, it's still ghettos here in the city. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I know someone want to get out. The whole point of grinding is getting out the ghetto. Right. I thought that's what it was all about.
Some people got it backwards. They
feel like they want to stay in it.
Getting away from struggle. No matter if you're not in the ghetto no more. Just getting out of struggle. Getting the things that you want in life. Bettering yourself. So that's where I'm at right now, man.
I hear you. Shit.
So, all right. So, what was it like for you growing up? Besides, like, you said that you grew up in the church. You were real heavy in that, but at a certain point, you gravitated more towards the streets. And then, just when it came for you to really start looking at rap, how many people were like encouraging you? Did you get a lot of pushback? Because I know for a while there, and it's to this day, like, most people don't see that as like a full-fledged career where you should just be dedicating your everything to it, and they see it as so risky. Did you receive a lot of pushback from friends or family?
I mean, family gonna support you. Our family support you. You gotta love them how they give it to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And your people, I respect my people to the highest full. You know what I mean? I'm in a different lane than what they in. Where I'm from, they work hard. Yeah. They take care of their loved ones, their kids, their family. So I would never disrespect my people and saying that they don't support me. They can only support me the best way that they can.
Best way they know how.
Yeah, best way they know how. Cause a lot of people not on social media in the country. A lot of people focus on work.
Yeah.
They families, they really involved. So I know that they got love for me. I know they support me. And a lot of people go get your music passed around, you don't even know it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So I've been having a backwood boogie concert back home, and the first year I got 1,000+ people there. Second year I got a little under 1,000, and the third year, it was a little
backyard boogie. So like, what's that like? It's something you started?
Yeah, it's a concert. I bring artists in from the country and let them perform on one stage and put on from their areas.
Oh, so you do this for East Texas artists?
Yes,
Okay.
but I bring Dallas artists. And see, I'm not one sided.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas, bro. And when I say I'm from Texas, I mean we all. If you born and raised on this soil and this where you from, this where you from. If you live here and you've been here for a while, this where you from. I don't put country over the city over the country. I don't believe in that because it takes a country. We put the city cats on with their music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they don't put us on with our music. See, it's more they caught up in their lane over here. But you got cousins in the country. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they grandparents from Longview or Tyler, you know what I'm saying? So
come on man. I heard, so I don't look at it like that. I more look at it like we from Texas. I'm trying to do this for my people from all around. Right. People from other parts of the world. This is what a business does. Walmart don't choose where he going. He's everywhere. So if we was to do these type of things here in the DF-Dub area, in East Texas, North Texas, West Texas, Texas music scene will grow so much bigger.
Yeah, it's a lot of divisions. You think so what? Okay, so you see what Houston's doing right now. Like all the rappers hitting Billboard, Travis Scott, Megan Thee Stallion. It's probably something I ain't even bringing up right now, but and all the it's kind of like Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So. It's been a while since Dallas had, that rapper to really go Billboard, like we say, what, Dero? You know what I'm saying? Like, but Post Malone, got Post Malone. I'm talking about for the streets.
Man,
you know
I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna say this for the record, man. Houston always had a culture of music. You never heard Houston not have. Houston has record labels. Yeah, they have them since.
Rap Alive.
Come on, man. So Houston always had a culture. Atlanta labels. They always had a culture.
What's going on with Dallas? It's not
Dallas don't have
the
a
identity.
culture of music. This is not a music place. This is a Dallas Cowboys place.
Well, come on. All right,
I'm being real. I'm being serious, man.
But
I'm serious, man. You got to really feel this because if the people care more about the Cowboys than the own natives that's living here. Them dudes getting paper. They getting rich. Jerry getting bread. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, in the A, they love the Falcons.
They do.
But goddamn it, they want to win and get bread too in the music game. Yeah. And they make sure that the Falcons gonna represent for them too, and they love their music too. So it's like we all gonna come together here. Houston, it's the same way with Paul Wall and Trader Troop, all them going to the Astro games, throwing the ball. You feel me?
Right.
This Dallas, period, is all for the Dallas Cowboys.
But how can you accept? Okay,
there's no music culture here.
But for me, it's hard to accept that though.
And I ain't gonna say there's not pioneers here that I didn't grow up on from Dallas. They've been rapping since the early days.
Like who?
You got the Rally Boys, Cottonmouth.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? You got Oak Clip Assassin.
Cause I can't.
You got Mr. Pookie and Mr. Lucci.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
The road music. That's all I know.
But when you think of
shout out to
Texas
Lou Diamond,
music,
shout out to Pookie, shout out to Cottonmouth, man. All them boys, man.
Yeah, but it's just when you think about Texas, most of the time you tend to think about Houston and everything that they got going on. It just doesn't seem like Dallas has
got a lot
an
of
identity.
Dallas got a lot of producers, engineers, a lot of business going on in the city. It's a lot of business going on, but the people outside of music here are more caught up with sports.
So like, why do you feel it's so hard for this big city, a top 10 city, in this state? You know what I'm saying? You see Houston as a collective, all these people coming out over the years. Why it's so hard just to get in Dallas, just to get like at least 2 or 3 people that's consistently on Billboard? You know what I'm saying? Like consistently mainstream.
I mean, you gotta think, man. You gotta look at it, man. When you from a place, like Boosie say, you can't blow up where you from in the state. So when you from a place, I'm not from Dallas. Yeah. I know how to move here. I could be a millionaire here and live here and know how to move around this thing. You know what I'm talking about? For real. A nigga that live here, he ain't gonna feel like that. He gonna feel like I've been here all my life and I shouldn't have to move like that. This is my home. Me, this is my home, but yeah, I'm smart. Right. I move different. I know niggas might be trying to take something from me, and I ain't gonna let niggas take nothing from me. regardless of without a security or with security. You know, I might beat the security to the punch. You know what I'm saying? But it's just at the same time, it's saying, if I was to be back home in the country, I wouldn't want no security.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's the way my mentality would probably think if I just stayed there. But being that I moved and been to other places, and it's people that live here in the city who never been no other place outside of this place. So
that's true.
When you start going other places, you start seeing the dangers of life around you. And nigga, you an alien in other places.
Yeah, you're a foreigner.
Yeah.
In a way.
And that's why I go back to telling you, real recognize real. So I'm a foreigner, but I look like I'm a foreigner that don't want.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with. I'm cool, or he moving right, man. We really fuck with that dude. But it's Texas, man. A lot of people love Texas. No matter where I go, they love Texas. Yeah, they love our slang. They love the way we talk. So I mean, Dallas is never gonna grow for music.
So there ain't no artist here that you would want to do a feature, you know, collab with. It's no artist here that you being the whole time like, I really want to do some work with them. You know, outside of Mo3, we'll get to that a little later. You know, but outside of him, like, ain't no artist here that you know.
I want me, man. I'm open, man, bro. I like to do features with underground coming up artists, artists that's on the Trap Boy Freddy's, the Yellow Beezy, the Casino Bugattis, any one of them, man.
So Yellow, okay.
All of them, bro, man. I don't discriminate. This is a business for me. It's a business for me, firsthand. I do this to take care of my family. If we want to get on some street shit, some hood shit, let that be known. And we could cut all these cameras off and goddamn won't nobody get no microphones. You feel me what I'm saying? If I thought of it like that, I wouldn't steady climb up the ladder. I'm not that dude in the bucket with the crabs. I'm that dude steady climbing the ladder, trying to get to the top. They behind that, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at that. Trap getting money, goddamn it, I want to get some bread with you. Yellow getting the bag, goddamn it, let me get a bag with you. You hear me? Whoever get a bag, let me get a bag with you.
Go ahead, but yeah, look, I heard Lil Baby say one time, like, he didn't work with an artist. He subliminally said it, but really he was talking about YoungBoy. Reached out to him for, you know, to do a song. He didn't work with him because of his problems with Lil Durk. He never met YoungBoy, but out of respect to Lil Durk, he was like, I met Lil Durk first. I chilled with him first, so I don't think it's right for me to, you know, to do a song with him. So with that being said, I heard you say Yellow Beezy, Trap Boy, you know, all that. I'm not really that, you know, performing all that stuff, the Mo3 stuff, but I do know it was conflict. Yeah. So that wouldn't be in your head at all when you worked with Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy, any of those guys that like might have had some beef when Mo3 was here living. Like that one kind of like you won't be like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
you know why? Cause hell, I don't kick it with them.
Yeah.
This business.
Yeah.
You come around here, I'm gonna slide your ass. That's all I gotta say. Hey man, and this business, I ain't got no problem with no side. I'm coming to do business. If there's a song I feel like I can get a record out of Trap and we can make a hit, there's hits, there's records, there's classics. That's what I'm all about. And Grammys, Oscars. You know what I'm saying? The big bag. And if Trap got something I feel like Trap can get on there, we can make a hit. I'm gonna go get Trap. If he willing to get on the song with me, cool. Yellow, whoever. No matter. Hey man, I'm not here to get in this rap game to be buddy friends with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I know, I knew them before they came up. You know what I'm saying? And they up. I'm cool with those. I respect what old boy said because more than likely that's his friend. Yeah. He should have just said, this is my friend, this is my homie, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He didn't say it like that. He said it like I met him first. Nah, that's your friend. Yeah, because if I can go meet you, right, and still don't mean he my homie. Still don't mean we kick it. Still don't mean he come to my house, pat my kids on the head, tell them that's how they Grace was doing. No, that's a family friend. This type of person right here separate from the business. You know what I'm saying? They know my personal life. You know what I'm saying?
So you wouldn't have any problem if somebody that you were close with had, you know, issues with another rapper or something like that. You wouldn't have problems doing a collab with them as long as it's strictly business.
Man, strictly business. Now, say I have a partner and he got an issue with this dude over here, and I know this dude over here is up. Man, look here. Say, man, look here. We gotta get. I gotta get this bag.
Yeah. I would say we talking Africa. There's a line you draw, because I would say if
but that's gotta be my homie though, for me to talk to him.
Okay.
If it's not my partner, I'm not discussing my movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna tell you who I'm finna go get with. I'm finna go get over here with Timbuktu and do me a song with him.
Because they wouldn't discuss it with you. If they'll go and get their bag.
See, that's what Atlanta doing. That's what the West is doing. Real music is not worried about them sides and all that bullshit. They really handling business. You got your ops in every place. They don't even do business together. Real talk. But I'm an outsider. I come in and do business with whoever.
Well, I mean, so Mo 3, since we on that subject, did y'all have, what type of relationship y'all had? Like, how did y'all meet? Like, did y'all do any work, or like, was y'all talking about it? Like, what was it about? Like, how did you come across him?
Actually, I just flew in from Atlanta in the studio with Zay Tobin.
Okay, if we want to talk about that a little more, but you go ahead, yeah.
And went to the mall in Mesquite.
Okay.
And bumped into Mo 3. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, what's up, 3? He was cool. Cool dude, man. He was just,
talk to anybody.
Talk full of energy, man.
He have security?
Nah, he had nobody around him. He was with it by himself. And we exchanged numbers and everything. We never did anything. At that time, like you said earlier, like you just got to talking about, that was an opportunity. But at that time, I was like, nah, I might need to hold back, let things kind of slide in, because this is how I'm moving, where I'm moving. I'm with somebody right that's moving me up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? And these two don't get along. You know what I'm saying? But being that I'm from a whole nother area, I'm still gonna let this dude recognize me. What's up, 3? I fuck with your music, man.
Yeah, so I've noticed there's a lot of pictures of him with people like regular fans I've seen over the years, like in the mall. Like he seemed pretty down to earth. Like that's how he was.
Dude was cold, man. He's straight talented. He's like at the church. Same thing.
Yeah,
some of the most talented artists are from the church, because they know how to make songs, not just rap.
Right.
I know how to make songs, all types of songs, not just rap.
Okay. All right. So, how did his death impact you, and how do you personally view like your life, and do you see anything that you need to change in any particular way, not only for yourself but just for the community as a whole? Because as you can see lately, a lot of rappers have been getting killed, and that's nothing new, but it definitely seems to be pushed back to the forefront at this point. So what do you think can change about that whole situation?
Man, back to what you said, don't be lingering in crowds who got issues. Let me go back and forward. First off, don't do that. Then be on point. You can't be out here fucked up on these drugs, man. Not keep your mind sharp, and you're not aware of your surroundings around you. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. And then if you are at a higher peak of coming up in the city or the country or no matter where you from, get you some damn security, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get you some. It's necessary. You gotta get it. You know what I mean? You gotta protect yourself. I mean, shit. If you can afford it, get it. If you can't, get a family member, somebody, one of your homies, somebody that's not fucked off. Too bad with the system where they licensely carry. You know what I mean? Handle their business for you.
Yeah. So in Young Dolph's situation, when he went to go pick up his cookies like for himself, let's say you on Young Dolph level, right? And you in Paris, Texas, and you want to get some cookies or something. You going to do that yourself in your Ferrari and all that? Or
Hell no.
So what?
I ain't doing it like Dawg. I ain't going in like Nipsey. I ain't gonna know about no, man, no, man. Look here, my kids need more bread. I need to get more bread. You know what I'm talking about? It's a business I got to run. Can't nobody run this business like I run it if I'm gone. So with my ego or the devil talking to me, you got a good side and bad side talking to me. I'm gone. sometimes bad conscience can push you out there. You know what I'm saying? I listen and talk all that shit to myself because you gotta make sure you're making the right choices. So no, I'm not. If I'm at their level, man, really on the cool, go get them cookies for me, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey man,
like,
hey man, go run my shop. I got cameras on. I can see what's going on. I can see what's going on in my shop from afar. I could be in Hawaii and I'm looking at what's going on in my shop. I got people that are taking care of business. I'm only gonna show my face there when it's necessary, but I'm gonna have security. It's gonna be cameras. It's gonna be something, a big event going on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna move like that. It's just that I'm from the country, but I think like I'm a boss. I am a boss. I think above. I think like I'm already there, even though I don't have that type of surrounding around me, man. You gotta already have your mind positioned for what's due to come in your future.
But see, I want to get back to the Zaytoven thing. Cause it's interesting. Like, how the hell did you meet them? Like, meet him. What did y'all record?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, did y'all record anything? How long was you in Atlanta? Who else did you meet in Atlanta? Like, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Cause there's a pretty big producer, man. Zaytoven, my favorite. You know, piano and shit. Like, you know, give me a lowdown on that.
I met Zaytoven through Puka Leroy, my dog Puka Leroy. Puka Leroy say, man, come with me.
Who's that? Who's
Puka
that?
Leroy. He got that song rap. Get up out them streets, get out that booth and rap your ass off.
I think
no, I've heard that.
Yeah, so Puka Leroy had the streets on fire.
Okay.
And I'm grinding at the time, like, you know, like I say, I'm 5 years in, I was really moving and grooving, man. And Puka Leroy just supported me because I supported him back. And he's like, come on. So when I went out there, I'm right there with Zaytoven for 2 weeks, strong. Kept going back and forth, learning. You know what I mean? Talking, getting knowledge from these guys, showing face, meeting everybody I can meet. You know what I'm saying? Jazzy Faye like an uncle. You know what I'm saying? We freestyle in the studio, chop it up, eat shrimp together. Me and Zaytoven actually. Hey man, you owe me on the pool table, Zay. You still owe me. I gotta get my game back. And you know, just going out there with them to Patchwork Studios, some of the top studios out there in the A, just meeting everybody I can meet. Zaytoven, his cousin from Birds of a Feather. His name kind of slipped my mind right now. Jazzy Faye, Coach K.
Coach K, okay.
P.
Yeah.
I met him. I chopped it up with him. Give Goody. He was real cool. Let me see.
And see, there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people out there.
And see, bro, you've been out there, so you feel the coach. So, okay, so you this is your career. So, like, do you feel like Dallas? You said Dallas is all about Dallas Cowboys and that. So, you know, would you feel Atlanta relocating to somewhere like Atlanta or like LA or some shit like that? Will you feel they don't really make a real difference in your career, or you feel that's just about, you know, it's all about what you make? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not from Dallas.
Yeah, I know, but
see,
that's the key.
That's the key. See,
yeah.
I'm not from Dallas. Dallas people take in the outsiders.
Oh yeah.
They don't take into their own.
I noticed that too.
I'm $1 million nigga. I'm a bankroll wrapped around. You feel me? They don't take in their own. They take in others.
And what happens when Atlanta rappers get exposed for not being from Atlanta? They get all like, everybody on there, you not from Atlanta. A girl made a song about that, and so not from Atlanta. It's like they take pride in rappers is from where they from.
Yeah. But a lot of cats went to Atlanta and made it big, and they weren't from Atlanta.
True.
But this is before they started doing that type of, because Atlanta needed the exposure to keep getting on. Okay. You gotta think, Atlanta's smart, bro. They the type of state where if they feel like the music scene dying, they can go grab old Joey out the hood who got a clique and they trapping and whatnot, whatever.
Just got a following.
We gonna put a little bag on them. No, we gonna drop a little bag on them. Put them in front of the main cameras. Woo. Now, this part of Atlanta already know about them over on the west. Just a little section. They respect it in this part of the west. We can bring it to the forefronts. Give them a little bag now. Boom. Now they blow up. Atlanta gonna keep that scene on them. Dallas don't know how to come to the round table to even make a scene. And when they do make a scene, you got too many ops over here, so you can't nobody come to the table.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. It's I feel it's held back so many good artists from here. Like, you telling me the impact, I know, a lot of people may not be, I don't know, you listen youngsters, but the impact Young Nation had on the youth coming up, right? In their heyday.
Yeah.
You telling me they should be at a more respected level by now? You talking about as far as dances and like the club scene?
Yeah.
Like they had this shit on fire. Come on now.
Dallas,
they had this shit. Hey, everybody in here doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, why did that shit just stop? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and now it's like you got Post Malone. He from South Lake. I'm talking about somebody from the Cliff. Somebody from Irving. Like somebody from the.
You got Yellow. Inside. I mean, you got Yellow out there and Trapman representing. They steady moving and grooving.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean,
honestly,
but I understand what you're saying. But them guys that you talking about, you gotta understand this game is different, bro.
Yeah.
Some of us are here to stay. Some of us are here just for so long. Some of us won't ever make it. Like where them boys got to, there's young cats that's trying to get to where they got just to get a start.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some cats, you gotta realize where we at, you can't abuse your grind here. Once you abuse your grind, it's over.
What you mean by that? Abuse your grind? Like
when you abuse your grind, man, you know how many artists like you said done had a chance to get on being big?
Yeah. So like,
what happened?
So abuse that grind.
What happened?
What you mean? Like they
stay in their own
what
situation
happened?
or let themselves.
What happened, man? You gotta want it. It's just like Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Dame Dash, he's still rocking the regular t-shirt. Jay-Z will put the suit on.
Yes.
You gotta wanna.
Yes.
You gotta wanna change with the fame. A lot of cats say they just want the money, they don't want the fame. God damn it, I want them both. Cause I get more fame, I'm gonna get more money.
Gonna get you more money.
Fame.
You don't get a bag without fame.
Yeah, true.
So why they always throw that in there? So some artists, like old artists, that went maybe regional, it didn't go far, didn't go past regional. Hey man, sometimes you gotta pass the torch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pass the torch, and that's the problem here. They don't want to pass the torch.
So who has a torch in Dallas?
Shit, I don't know.
Who got the torch? Because
hey man, they can't. There nobody has a torch. If the radio ain't gonna light a torch up for you, the radio station here ain't gonna light a torch up for you. Then how can you pass it? And then because nobody can say that they are on the radio like Future is here or Lil Durk here or the Baby.
Is radio really a pathway to really?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. With all the different avenues now, with streaming and Spotify's and Pandora's and all that, it seems very difficult to just break through because there's so many people trying to get in on the rap game at this point.
Yeah.
And then the turnover is so quick. It's not like you're selling records in a record shop anymore. You don't have months to sit with it. You got some weeks, maybe, if you catch fire like that. Do you think it's like to the detriment of the rap game that there's so many different ways to get out there, or that it's
man, you just gotta find a way that nobody's taking, man, and you really just put your business together. Planning, man, is the main thing. If you got a plan, stick with it. Yeah. And if you need to switch it up, sometimes you gotta critique it. You gotta enhance your plan sometimes.
So is it not easier to make it in this day and age with it being so easy to post your stuff? Like, cause in the '90s, to get your music out, you had to go to the radio station. You gotta, pull a deal behind the side. Get a, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like you can be at home and you're locked up in your room all day. You can drop 5 songs and the whole world, it's for the world to hear.
It is a lot easier, but I mean, you gotta be a guru on that down.
It's more saturated now. So
and it's so scamish today. You know what I'm saying? On the internet, man, you don't know what's real. You don't know what's, you know what I mean? You look at some of this shit nowadays, like, this dude only got 45 posts, 50K followers.
It's a lot of shit going on.
There's a lot of shit going on. Well, I was told this one time in my life. Numbers don't lie. People lie about numbers.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm an organic artist. You know what I'm saying? And I never wanted to go out and get scammed for just paying for marketing and stuff like that because I didn't know who to trust.
So like, what you feel like your biggest hit was? Because LayUP, pretty big. And why do you feel like AirMax 95 didn't really do what you wanted to do? I feel like it was hard as fuck, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you feel like it didn't go up to your standard like you wanted to. So I want to know, like, what do you what do you think went wrong about that process that you feel it didn't amount up to what you wanted to
Man,
do?
95 Max is a hit record.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't no was, it still is.
Yeah.
I can still get it out there and I'm moving it, you know. I was dealing with the wrong people at the time. And when I was at my like when you got the glow, you know, I'm out here moving and grooving by myself, doing what I do, going from state to state, showing face, promoting myself. And 95 Max was that song. So then when I got to dealing with certain people really they weren't for me. Because when a person tell you that a major label and you know this person be with these labels and the label saying, hey man, 95 Max is a record. And they telling me it's a record and you telling me, hey man, well what you gonna do about it?
They supposed to be guiding you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they
Yeah.
the middleman, you know, yeah.
Yeah, so it was more like, it got to the point like, well, Trill, they said they ain't gonna fuck with you with 95 Max, let me do this. And I'm like, well, we'll do that. You know what I'm saying?
Full of shit.
It was basically like either lies or full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of fucked with my mojo. You know what I'm saying? It kind of took me down. At that time, the pandemic came, and that was good because I just left the Super Bowl from sitting with the stars and everything. I was out there with my PR out there at the Super Bowl.
Which one? What year was it? 2020?
It was when the Chiefs played the 49ers.
49ers, so
Miami.
Miami, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I went out there to the Super Bowl, and then the pandemic happened. And that's when me and the PR, and that's like my career went. Cause see, I got back on my shit from dealing with wrong people and they type of business. You know what I'm saying? With they fucked up drive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, sometimes artists got to drive.
Yeah, it's just the people around you ain't doing it.
Yeah, or they ain't gonna do it because they want a certain type of fee. Or you gonna get this, you want this fee, and you, damn, I'm gonna give you 15-20% of this deal.
It's greedy, like just.
But I managed myself, so people were greedy, man. So, and then I got that, and then the PR came, and we was rocking strong. Super Bowl came. After Super Bowl came, pandemic came.
Yeah, I remember it. It was like really like a month after that, huh? Because it was happening in February.
I was fixing to go up. I was fixing to go up, like up, and I ain't have the name changed. But I was going up because my PR was like one of the top PRs in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? And when she was talking about Boosie wearing the Kappa clothes and stuff, and she was on TMZ.
Oh yeah,
that was my PR.
That was her.
That was my PR.
Wait, what's her name?
Her name.
Yeah, I already know. Look, but I remember that shit. I remember that though, cause I'm like, cause they got his ass from wearing all that.
What was her? If I don't even want to put it out there.
I feel you, but like I felt that was unnecessary. I'm like, you see, black people they worry about the wrong thing. Greek, like, come on now, like, it's just, you know, he was what was he wearing, like a A.K.A. sweater or some shit? Yeah. And they were like, you don't know nothing about it.
They strict over that though. They strict over that because she was in the sorority, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they strict over that. So it was cool that I had her on my team and she was putting me in position. You know what I'm saying? So my career was going up. And then that happened, and then everything, like, she didn't know how to, because nobody knew how to market anything at the time. You know what I'm saying? And then TikTok came strong.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I'm on more survival tactics.
Yeah.
I ain't thinking about TikTok. I'm thinking about survival. Ain't no food out here, ain't no toilet paper out here.
2020 was rough, man. It was a uncertain time, man. It was rough.
So
in the house, can't leave, you don't know where you can go. Yeah.
Didn't know when it was gonna end.
I just sit back collecting my mind through that time, man, because I see my career fall, man, and it hurt.
I think artists, in particular, music artists, were going through like a lot through that year because they couldn't do shows. You know what I'm saying? Everything you gotta reroute everything. Everything just kind of it was different, you know. And I was peeping game how that's how they had the verses, came with the verses through the pandemic.
Yeah.
It was something that had people entertained, you know what I'm saying? You got creative. But see, the people, you saw the people that came out of the pandemic that was doing work.
Yeah.
Creative. Getting them juices flowing and stuff. So, like, what rapper you think benefited the most off the pandemic? Like, that came out the pandemic, like damn, this nigga before the pandemic really wasn't nothing. Now he this and that, you know?
Man, they blew up through the pandemic too, man.
It's a I know some.
It was like one main one, Roddy Rich.
Roddy,
yeah.
Roddy Rich blew up, man.
That box was everywhere. Everybody's playing that shit.
Man, he boy blew up, and then Wiz Khalifa had that one song that he remade from Zach Rogers now.
Oh yeah. I know you talking about. I fuck with Wiz.
They were doing that dance the whole time.
Yeah. It was a challenge.
Challenge. They benefited the most. I think they benefited the most off that.
So like when you was going through the pandemic, you weren't all thinking about like, oh, I gotta like, you know, what was your mindset in the pandemic? Was you like thinking, okay, let me just survive, like you said, survive, get through, make sure I eat this and that, or was you thinking like, okay, along those lines too, but also, hey, I gotta use this time to, you know what I'm saying, get back to the, you know, the drawing board.
Man, on the cool, like I would say, I was surviving. I went to survival tactics, man. I'm a country boy. I switched my game, but at the same time, I took that time to reflect on family. We didn't know people were dying,
yes,
man.
they were left and right,
people
man.
was dying left and right. People were going in groups.
ICUs and shit, like we talked to the last week and shit, man.
And then it gave me time to just sit back and think about all the people I associated with before the pandemic and how what kind of relationship I had with them and where it went wrong or where did I go wrong and those type of things. And then how did my career end up crashing at that moment and how it made me feel. So I really just took my time to focus on survival and having that in the corner of my mind and fixing myself. Because as an artist, you can go through mental breakdowns, like real shit. You can go through mental breakdowns. You can have writer's block. A lot of these songs I had, and I couldn't hear them no more.
Writer's block, that's a real thing, huh? Like, you know, and I bet that's frustrating as fuck. Like you was writing songs left and right, now you
stressed. You writing the wrong shit, bro. You supposed to be a creative mind. And when an artist is painting, that damn he in his goddamn zone.
Yeah. So
yeah, you in your zone. You a host for an interview. You in your zone.
What you do to get out of that though? Like you writer's block, cause I know sometimes like, everybody done try to write a rap before. I started out writer's block, so, you know what I mean. So how do you get out of that funk? Cause like I know sometimes you make so many good songs. I'm like, how do they keep thinking of different shit to say?
Man, you gotta go back and do new things.
Experience
more things. Life. You gotta like. I done grew up hunting, fishing, doing all this stuff. I can rap about that. I can grow up talking about the girls and all the stuff, fights, the gang banging, all that. I can go back in certain parts. You know, once your story has been going, you can go back at certain points and tell them in different parts. If you got a story to tell. If you ain't got no story to tell, then your rhyme will always sound the same. Cause a lot of rappers holler, I struggle, we didn't have nothing. Ooh, I ain't gonna disrespect my folks like that. They did what they could.
So you look down on rappers that you know rap about how they had poverty. You know,
damn it, I had poverty too.
Yeah. What? So you see it as a slap in the face of your family.
That's where I look at it. I look at you disrespect your mom or your father or your grandma or your single mom, whoever was taking care of you. You slap them in their face. You spitting on them. Because I'm gonna say this for the camera. You'll never see me hunched over with racks of money like this, and my mama ain't in the house.
That's deep.
The things that are actually important.
Yeah.
A lot of these cats walk around with 100K, 50K, or either it's big money on top, fake money, or ones in the middle. However they want to do it. And your mama ain't in the house.
Mama gonna clock in. And
your
shit.
kids is snotty nose, ain't got no good clothes and shoes on their feet. You know what I'm saying? If I'm walking around like this, and this right here is my play money. So you basically saying you can play with it. This you just your play money.
That means everything else is
everything else. So how's your mama living? How grandmama and them living? How your daddy living? How your kids living? How your auntie and them living? Is everybody good? Anybody sick in the family need help? You know what I'm saying? So you slapping your people in their face and you stunting and you really ain't got it like that.
So you know.
So the ones who got it, they don't do that.
That's crazy.
The ones that really got it, they don't do that. And the ones who kind of got it, They do it just to impress the hoes. Or impress their ops. Or you might be impressing a nigga that ain't your op. You might be impressing a nigga that's gonna come along and take something.
See an opportunity.
Real shit. Nigga like me, I catch one of them niggas like that, I'm gonna take it. Real talk, on camera.
hey, that mentality is this. That's
hey,
how
I was at the Super Bowl. True story. I'm at the Super Bowl, bro. I'm at the Super Bowl. Nigga came in the All-Star basketball game with a rack like this. I'm not from here.
So like what?
I got the thing in the car. I told my people, I said, man, damn, if I catch this nigga outside, I'm shaking.
You see, everybody looking at this, all y'all rappers, you know what I'm saying? Niggas think like this, okay? Like they will do that shit to you.
Yeah,
Niggas wonder why all of a sudden, I didn't think I had no ops. I make this good music. I make fun of me. They don't give a fuck.
Nah, nigga, I want that. I want that, because you know why? I was taught not to do that. I was taught not to do that. My granny taught me that another nigga business how much money you got in your pocket. Yeah. So, since you gonna put it out there to see, you can't be wrong in the wrong area. You can't be slipping. You can't be holding your money, your pants down, and your pistol down. You finna get off that.
It's a
Can't be surprised.
It's a cloud generation, man.
You
Like,
come off that. I'm being honest, man. I'm gonna take it. Yeah. I want that, man. I ain't no thief. I done did my kick dough days. You know what I'm saying? But that shit right there, fuck that, nigga. You want a nigga to take that.
Yeah.
You want a nigga. That's just like the bank man walking out the bank instead of going to the armor truck locking it. He's walking to his locations or riding a bike with it on his backpipe in the movie type shit. No, niggas want that.
Yeah.
All right, so we both know, like, coming up, it's just not even a rap, as a young black man in the community, like in the hood, whatever. You know, you gonna get drawn to either the blue side or the red side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like one of the two. You either got more people in your family that's on that blue side or that red side. So did they ever like, you know, come at you? And if it did you choose a side, or like how long did you stay in it? Like how did you handle that? You know, that red and blue, you know what I'm saying, culture, all that stuff coming at you. How did you handle that?
Where I'm from, we had choose on sides coming up. You know what I mean? They hadn't any wretches. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, my mom and dad, they split up. We moved to South Dallas. Me and my mom, my little brother, and that's when I became on the right side. You know what I'm saying? And I had to choose. You know what I mean? Going to that school, it was different. You know, a little bit different times. You know what I'm saying? And to survive, I had to choose.
Had to.
So yeah. that's how I survived when I lived here as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I ran with a group of knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying? And we were blood brothers, cut each other. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. And then when I moved back to the country, gangs they made it.
So did all that play a part, like, because you didn't have a father figure? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know a lot of people a lot of young boys want to be a part of a gang or something, because it's like, I'm a part of something, I'm part of a family. Some older niggas got my back. Yeah, I got mentorship. Sure. You know, you got some type of direction. I mean, I guess. You know,
it wasn't like that with me. My mom and dad split up. I mean, I was raised by my grandparents, but at the same time, you know, I was one of those kids that was pushed around, man. You know, growing up. You know, I was pushed around. You know,
bullied? Like
like from family. You know what I'm saying? Living situations. You know what I'm saying? After they split up, so they kind of got, you know, I'm living with grandparents. You know, big mama and them. When I did grow up though, yeah, I did go through an era of time where I was getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? But that's kid shit.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then once we grew up and got close to our teens, yeah, he started getting his ass whooped all the time. So, I mean, yeah, bully stopped right after 12, 10 years old, some shit like that. All stopped. When we got to our teens, it was rock 'em and sock 'em. You know what I'm saying? We shooting, chunking rocks, whatever you gotta do.
So one more question concerning that. Like, when you hear a new rapper, because for me, it was like this for a while, I'm not gonna lie. When you hear a new rapper, okay, I wanna know where they from. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know like what side they on, cause you can see it through their music. Sometimes some guys are real blatant about it. You know, like Young Thug or like you know Gunna. Like all these people. Some people are real, you know, blatant about what side they on, right? Did they ever matter to you like growing up listening to music like artists like okay, oh he saying he on that blue side or that red side, so I can't. They ain't never played a part to who you fucked with and listen to it.
Nah, man, real is real.
Okay.
You know, I respect you as a human being. I mean, them colors don't mean nothing. That's in the heart.
As it should.
You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day, all of them, all gang relations mean something good. All of them mean something good in the phrase. Their letters all mean something good.
Explain like what you mean, like just like something good, like because the origin of gangs I think was to help the community, right? Like
yes, it all means something
protect
good.
each other.
Yeah, protect each other. So and we kind of lost track of that with the divisions inside the community. But
so, for instance, on the gang side, they all mean something good. Like blood, it means brotherly love, overrides oppression and oppression.
Wait, say it one more time.
Brotherly love overrides oppression and depression.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay, that means something good. Each clique means something good. That's how it was built. That don't mean that's what you see out here in reality in the streets. So we gotta get back to where we started. Okay. And a lot of these niggas, ops ain't even battling over colors. They killing over jewelry, chains, money, and fame.
Bitches.
And bitches. So that shit don't mean nothing no more. It only means something where it's represented at all the time. Certain areas, you know where they at, and you know where to go, and you know what's happening when you go there. You know they ain't give a damn about your chain. They only care about what you got on, how you wear your hat type shit, how you walking, how you stance with your feet, all that gang shit. You know what I'm saying? So to me, gangs were always meant to be something good for the community. Just like the police is they say that's the biggest gang in the world. How? Gangs is the biggest gangs in the world if we was to come together and it was done right.
Right.
The police wouldn't be able to come into the communities, in the black community or poverty communities where they do, if the gangs will go back to the way that it really was originated to be done. You feel me? That means right, blue side, red side, yellow side, green side, purple, orange. You hear me? Skyline, all that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's how we keep. We could have kept a lot of killing going, but we kill each other, so they don't care. Some people don't care. As long as we kill each other.
We doing their job.
Yeah, and a lot of these cats, they go to prison or go to jail, and they wasn't gang banging, and they get out, they banging. Yeah. You had to go in there and make a choice then, because in your hood, you pee on, you ain't shit. You gotta go in there and get some protection.
So you ain't never been like locked up for an extensive amount of time. It's always been coming in and out shit like.
Yeah, been in and out shit like nothing, mate. As long as I ever sit in jail, probably maybe like 50 some days. You know what I mean?
I don't count that as extensive, but I mean, see, I ain't.
But that's long enough.
Yeah, that's long
enough. For a real
nigga,
one night that bitch. 2 hours in that bitch is too long.
Yeah, man.
You hear me? 30 minutes, 10 seconds too long. You feel me?
Like you're there and you can't go nowhere.
I don't want to go to the doors, bro. So, I don't play around like that. You know what I mean? And that's your life. You know, your freedom. Your you know what I'm saying? You don't things go on behind the bars. You know?
Yeah. So just going back to the police right quick, I wanted to ask you because, like you said, people say that the police are like the biggest gang in the world, but I wanted to ask you from your perspective, what are the police doing wrong in terms of like escalating the tension that's out here in the streets and in the community? Is there different things that they should be doing? Should they be being hired from the neighborhoods that they're watching over so they have a better feel for the people they're supposed to protect and serve? Like, what are some things that they need to do better? Because as we've seen in the past few years, especially with social media and everything, I mean, wild stuff is going on with the cops and how they're
interacting with people. 3 words for you. Love human life. Period. Point blank. Being an officer or not being an officer. You supposed to love human life. Straight up, man.
So you agree with Kanye when he wore the shirt "All Lives Matter"? Like you agree?
No. Some people didn't look at that right. Cause the V was darked out, so it said all lives matter. Lies, not LIBE. Lies, like you telling a lie. They took the V out. All white lives matter. That's what old boy wore. Most Def. You see his shirt he had on?
Yeah. See, they all together. So you Kanye, everything, everybody's kind of blowing like he done changed on the people and all this. I think it's being like kind of over exaggerated, but just kind of quickly, like Kanye, like you ever fuck with him coming up, or like when he was coming up, or like, and what do you think about him now? Like,
mean, Kanye to me is a mogul businessman. I mean, a lot of people wear shoes. I mean, for a dude to be able to put his shoes in the market, how he does it, you really came a long way from where you come from having your mouth wide. You know what I'm talking about? Real talk, where you could barely talk.
Man, I'm telling you.
And being that he could barely talk, he really got a lot to say now. So you could just imagine what he said. If the Lord ever let him be able to open his mouth, he gonna be well spoken, and that's what he told himself at that time. And he's been well spoken.
Well spoken. I was telling people that I'm like y'all always wonder why he's always talking. This man didn't know he was gonna be able to talk again. His jaws were gone. Like he was wired shut. Like, and God blessed him. Because there was another guy he able to come back and speak clearly. He had some of his best years of his career rapping, like outspoken. Because when you're in a position, you say right now, oh, you should never say that. Never. When you're in a position like he was in that hospital bed for weeks and months, probably couldn't talk, couldn't speak, couldn't drink, eat, and you get to the point finally where you can do all those things again normally.
Yeah.
You're not holding back shit.
Nah, he was one of them guys. It was meant for him to come out. I mean, he just got to get to where make his delivery where we can understand it. Some of us do, some of us don't. Some of us overlook it, some of us don't hear it clearly, and some of us don't see things clearly. So you overlook the real clue.
Yeah, I think that's probably my biggest issue with Kanye.
Did you see that beat? Did you see the beat darkened down?
I didn't read into it like how you just broke it down. I will say that.
Yeah, I like to look at shit because I don't want to post a comment on shit. I gotta look at stuff now because people make trend shit trendy, and it's like finding Waldo in a haystack. And if you don't, that beat was darked out. Now, like a lot, how many people missed that?
Oh yeah, and people didn't even take it that way.
But why did you even put it in there if you didn't want that type of controversy? You would have just put "White Lives Matter." You'd have spelled "lies" just the word.
See, he was
but
trying
they put that on there. Give you something to talk about.
Yep. That's why he's smart. His name stays in the media.
You gotta give him something to talk about.
He's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
I think that my only problem with him personally is just like you said. Sometimes the delivery is just like his words hold so much power and sway over the people that sometimes don't make it so ambiguous for us. Like I know sometimes you gotta do that for marketing purposes or whatever, whatnot. But sometimes you state exactly what you mean, and that's just it.
No, he ain't gonna flip flop all the lie until he flip flop it into a point to where we all understand what his flip floppiness means. Real shit, man. You don't listen to Kanye, you go hear that.
I feel like he's all about now. He's not about the money now. He's a billionaire. He's all about getting his message out.
Yeah. He went from gospel to, come on, man. Like, to telling Kim he gonna move across the street.
Yeah, he's going through some things.
He's going through some things. That man going through some changes, man. He got his family going through some changes, man. So I as a man, I respect that he's having mental breakdowns because we all have dark times. Now, if you hadn't had a dark time, or if you have had a dark time, you don't know it, then you need to figure it out because it is dark.
It's there.
It's there. He's going through dark stages, man. Look how the dude walking around dressing. Come on, man. Say, man, he can have somebody else in that shit, and it ain't even him walking on stage.
That's why I said, like, that's the artist I'm most curious about, like, just as far as future, because he's gonna be like, you can say all the shit you want, but he keeping it real. That's how wherever he's doing the same, that's how he really feels at the moment. And I'm a Gemini, so I know how to, how it's hard to channel those things sometimes. All these different personalities and all that, but you know, I respect him because at the end of the day, when it boils down to what he's trying to think and he's thinking about like really, he's all about helping people.
It's
and
good intention.
He's all about
really
informing our people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and everybody's like, oh, he all for Trump, this and that. But now here we are, 2-3 years in this president thing. So was it all bad that he was for Trump like that? Like, was it all just
Kodak Black is you know, he be on some real shit, man, and I respect that dude, man, because them the type of things that you should be doing when you make millions.
You said Kodak Black?
Yeah.
Is he Gemini too?
Hey man, I gotta say this. Hats off to Kodak Black, man. Much love to you. I hope you reach the highest peak of greatness, because the things that you are doing are the goals that I want to do. Like how you took care of these people in these
apartments trying to get evicted. Oh, it was
man,
beautiful.
like
it was
man.
Beautiful.
I truly believe if I'm a rapper and I come from the ghetto or the hood or the projects, my ghetto or hood or project should not be none of that no more. And I'm not saying move the people out. I'm saying clean it up, give it a new look,
renovate that motherfucker.
Yeah, because once you do that, you know you renovate the youth's mind.
Yeah,
you change their thinking when you do that.
I got a clean kitchen to go into a clean
house. Clean kitchen. Outside don't look all. If it is graffiti, it's nice graffiti drawing on the bricks. Art. Yeah, but it ain't looking like it was. So now you kind of change what ain't no killing, less violence. Kids want to go to school. Why ain't y'all buying these kids books for these schools over in the ghettos over here? They always talking about the schools don't have enough computers, enough books. Why, man? These are people. You know how many rich black people it is in this world who don't want to give,
Had to clap.
who don't want to give, but they giving that what they call it, tax write-off. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't giving it some of the right places. Some people do charities and redeem that money back, and it's like they never did anything.
Right. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you also. You were brought in with different community leaders and stuff like that to discuss like what things could be done over the violence that's out in the streets, drug use, things like that. What kind of things did you talk about with them, and what kind of spurred that on to actually take place?
My thing was I was more like, it's gonna take older people and younger people in the communities that kind of like target the minds. I mean, you can't be everywhere at all times. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to stop crime.
It's hard to stop crime?
Stop crime.
Yeah.
Period. It's hard to stop crime. And nowadays weren't raised with morals or what respect really is. I can cuss you out. In today's time, you kill me.
Yeah.
With morals, we cuss each other out.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to stop the crime because you can't be everywhere like a superhero at all the time.
All at the same time.
Cause everybody want to be turned.
But that's rare though, cause like you from Paris and like, and now you know what I'm saying. You know you been here for a little bit, but so now when things happen, you know, in a community like that, they reach out to you. Like, how did you feel about that? Like, you know, putting yourself.
I felt good, man. It was an honor. I really was surprised when I got the call to meet with the OGs of Dallas to represent for OGs for the DFW area in Dallas, Texas, for the crimes and the killings of youth and just murders, period, senseless murders. And I felt good, and I came representing. I came like I was with Farrakhan. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I felt like I really want change, man.
Yeah.
I want change, and I want change through my music too. You know, I give you the hard shit. I'm gonna give you the hard shit so I can get in the door.
Okay. So like speaking of your music, like what is it that you got like there's something that you feel coming up that's going, you know, you real excited about, any project singles, any collabs, like anything like that you wanna, you know, put the people on notice on. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I got Baptized in the Trap coming, the album.
Great title. Great title.
And man, I tell you,
Baptized in the Trap.
Man, it's raw, it's hard, It's grimy.
That coming this year or is it probably next year?
It's coming. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. It's coming real soon. Man, it's just that the LayUP is taking its toll as a record. Mm-hmm. And then I got Ballin' Real Hard. It's a record too. But I can't drop Ballin' Real Hard right now because I got people telling me, hey man, let it run with LayUP. Yeah. It's a record. You know what I mean? Labels don't want you to drop Ballin' Real Hard behind it to backdoor it. So I'm like, okay. So, but Ballin' Real Hard in the Trap is a record, but me dropping the album Baptized in the Trap though, that's like, man, you remember, man, when I was making the album and we were listening to it and we were mixing and mastering it, and my boy was like, man, bro, this reminds me so much of Gucci Mane Trap House album.
Hey, and when I played that AirMax song for him, he was like, he said mine the 3 6 Mafia, you know what I'm saying, type vibe. Yeah. Like I think of like when I hear it, I think of I think of Gucci Mane, but I think of like kind of like a Young Jeezy, you know, type of feel. You know, like it's that southern rap we ain't really got no more, but you can hear it in your voice. You know what I'm saying? You can't fake that. You can
3 6 Mafia is my favorite group all time.
That's when I was listening to your music.
I grew up on 3 6 Mafia.
I feel like that's what I was mainly getting.
You give me a 3 6 Mafia beat, I eat. Man. Like I grew up on them. Where I'm from, that's what we grew up on. And like you saying, what you don't realize, 95 AirMax is a dedication to Bankroll Fresh.
Oh really?
Yeah, Bankroll Fresh was
rapper.
He was a street nigga. So you don't get too many street rappers. You get hood rappers from the hoods, right? Mm-hmm. How many street rappers have you heard? I'm a street rapper.
What's that difference? How do you know
I'm
that
a street.
I'm
not from the hood. The hood is mean that's where you from. You from that hood. Yeah. You only really get respected in that hood. You don't get only certain niggas can go from his hood to your hood to his hood to my hood and get love and respect. That's the way I am. I'm a street nigga. I go from city to city, town to town, state to state, hood to hood, and get love and respect. A hood nigga can't do that unless he got the mark of a street nigga. But he just really considered himself a hood nigga that can roam. He's a floater, like they say at the job. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit. Yeah, he's a floater. But a hood nigga is different from a street nigga. See, so Bankroll Fresh being a street nigga, you see how big he was blowing?
Yeah.
And watch what I do. I'm a street cat. I can go there. I know all the big niggas here in Dallas.
Yeah. So, you know, why not be the one to break that mold and be like, okay, I'm not from here. You just recognize hardly anybody really from here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what do you feel the next step? You feel this next album's gonna break that mold? It's gonna put you like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I feel like this album right here is gonna break the mold. I'm breaking right now.
Yeah. I'm
breaking right now. I'm break dancing like a motherfucker right now. You hear me?
Yeah.
For real. I'm break dancing. I'm moonwalking. You know what I'm talking about? And this album that I'm gonna drop gonna set a tone because Mo3 had set a tone for Dallas that was so high that like since his passing, the peaceful of the city, you gotta hear a new sound. Because anything that comes out sounding like Mo3,
they gonna be like, you sound like, yeah.
You sound like 3. We only respect 3. We really ain't respecting. It's cool, but it ain't 3.
That's why I'm not really too huge on Rod Wave like that.
So me, I always been my own artist to rap how I rap and see it how I see it. So when I drop this album, it's gonna say Dallas is a hustle town, hustle city. Niggas is getting real big bread here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about money.
I know it.
So, what I'm going to deliver is for the streets. Why I call it Baptized in the Trap? Because it's a lifestyle I live. So, I'm delivering something for the ballers, for the hustlers, for the bad bitches, for the go-getters. The niggas is getting bread. The niggas get up off their ass, even motivate you go get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my album gonna represent. So what I did, I went to Atlanta and I got out with Twan on the beat.
Twan.
Okay. Twan made the whole album. And you know, he made Fight Night for the Migos. He made a lot of
So
future beats.
is the album done, or you still working on it? Like
The album's done.
So it's going through
It's
like just
done. I'm
okay.
sitting just really. I listen to it at night, 4, 5 in the morning. Smoke me some, jam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In my own earphones.
So it's all about the marketing part now. You're trying to get it right. You know?
Yeah, it's about the marketing. So when I seen that the LayUP is doing as good as it's going, it just made me just kind of like, okay, because I was going to drop it on Halloween. I want to drop it on Halloween. I'm like, nah, man, I need to just hold out, man.
Yeah, let the records, breathe a bit. Let them have their full run time.
Yeah, because I don't want to give them that and then I waste it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You like a lot of young artists, they go in the studio and they want to drop that shit. Me, because every song may not be its time. Certain songs have their time. Like 95 AirMax, it's a record, but the time may be now. You know what I'm saying? It might clash with LayUP.
So you don't think about the seed like fall and winter when you drop a song like summertime or this is a fall type feel. It's a spring or summer type.
Nah, man, not no more. Okay, not no more now because you look at artists, they don't even promote it. They drop.
Yeah.
Look on your phone. Goddamn, what's the name? Rod Ware just dropped. Roddy Richard dropped a new album last night. Damn, I ain't know that. So your phone, bam. So they ain't even. If they not promoting it, they promoting it in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. But he ain't promoting it like we are. Coming soon, coming out, let you get a little taste. No, bam, right in your face. You hear me? I could drop a single for the next 30 days. Every day, I can drop a single. With artwork too. I already got all the artwork. I'm just sitting on shit like.
So you want them hoarder rappers that you hoard songs till it's the right time to.
Cause I don't want to waste it, man. Yeah, I'm from the country, man, and I have no time to waste.
Yeah, like
so it's like I gotta make sure it's gonna work.
I agree.
If it don't work, then we're gonna go to the next plan.
I agree. It's gonna be out there floating around, but no type of plan around. It's like, now somebody can bite off your shit. Yeah, and they can get their shit big because like you can easily say, oh, they copied me, but ain't nobody gonna believe you because their shit got big and yours didn't. Yeah,
so I might drop Dear Gucci Mane album before. I got an EP called Dear Gucci Mane.
Dear Gucci Mane.
Dear Gucci Mane.
It's like a tribute, like just.
Me and Gucci Mane's birthday is a couple days apart.
Okay.
So with the comment that we have, it's very deep. I ain't met the man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but it's an inspiration.
But I feel that he's inspired me because I'm already living. We live similar lives in the swamps of the shit, in the jungle of the shit. Now he done came up. I'm just waiting to rise. Other than that, right here, we are in the same boat. So I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna name this album Dear Gucci Mane, an EP, and I got the songs ready for that.
See, you got them album names for sure, like Baptized with Trap. Dude, like that's what gonna get your attention right there, man. Like, hey, we gonna have you back for that. You already know. You already know, man.
Yeah, so that's what I did with the name changing of TOLLWAY TRILL.
Okay.
So I still go by Mr. For Show the Trill, alias.
Yeah, kind of like 2 Chainz.
I get on stage, say whatever. You know what I'm saying? But TOLLWAY TRILL, I feel like it rolls more off the tongue of the people. I feel like the people love it. And now being that suit, they hear and they knowing, they're like, dang, I love the name. I get that everywhere I go. When I go show, man, I love the new name. It just fits so
name,
well.
Bro. It's
so
a great name.
Slides out. So I'm like, cool. So that's what I'm rocking with. But you'll hear me say For Show the Trill. You know what I'm saying? That's who made me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just living off the talk.
Well, that's gonna bring us to a close at this point. So we do appreciate you, Mr. Trill.
Yes, sir.
And go ahead and just let the people know in the camera what singles they need to go check out right now. The things that are coming soon, real quick, and then your socials. If you want to plug those, feel free.
Man, y'all go check out TOLLWAY TRILL. Follow me first off my YouTube channel, TOLLWAY TRILL. Follow that. LayUP is out right now under TOLLWAY TRILL on all platforms. If you don't have any platform, like I say, you can go to TOLLWAY TRILL, subscribe my YouTube channel, and the music's there. Also, for the older fans who fuck with me, Mr. For Show the Trill is still on platforms. You can go buy my music. 95 AirMax is out there. It's also going to be mixed all in together, so you'll see it. But follow me on all platforms, TOLLWAY TRILL. Follow my fan club, my Instagram, my Twitter, Snapchat, all that, TOLLWAY TRILL. Much love for the trill, man. I'm out.
Sir. This has been your boy T-Rav. Like, comment, subscribe, people. More interviews on the way. More everything on the way. You just wait and see it's coming. I can promise you that.
Coming, baby.
Yeah.
We out.
We out.